Good morning, everybody. So I'm here today for physio appointment at the hospital, and I am hoping that it will be the last appointment. Okay, so yay! That's it, I've been discharged from a frozen shoulder. To anybody who's just new to my channel, because I've had lots of new subscribers lately, welcome, and my name's Caroline. This is going to be a coffee and a chat video. This is where I talk about everything, anything. Yeah. And usually with a cup of coffee in my hand. So that's what we're going to do now, guys. We're going to go and find a cup of coffee. I'm going to do a coffee and a chat. I'm so pleased. It's February now. That's been a year. A year of a painful frozen shoulder. Woohoo! There we go. Got myself a coffee. So here we are, doing a coffee and a chat. So I've done, I don't know if it'll end up to be 2 or 3 videos. But at this moment in time, excuse the squeaking, I'm in the camper. And this seat is a bit squeaky. Yeah, so I went to the hospital, and seeing as I was out already, I went to Next and Boots. Went to Starbucks, got my coffee so that I could do coffee and a chat as well. And yeah, I got Harry with me, so I'm going to give him some water. You see everybody? Hey, can you see everybody? So yeah, so I'm really chuffed actually, because I had a frozen shoulder for a year now, and I had the treatment on it, I think it was beginning of December, to prise it apart. And you're a good boy, aren't you? You're looking out the window. And yeah, to prise it apart, which is really, really painful. And then you have to keep up the exercises to keep it free. And which I did, and I've done strengthening exercises, and it was kind of showing me ones for my my back, where it really, really hurts with my fibro. And I was telling him today it really, really hurts, and but I'm not that I want there for that. So, you know, he could discharge me for what he could, but he did show me like some exercises to do to like free up. But it's just really, really painful at the moment. My fibro's been really bad, and I thought I had really bad chronic fatigue as well last week. And that's so, and it just really gets me down. Fatigue, I think, gets me down more than the, you laughing? Fatigue gets me down, and some do you a bit, gets me down more than the pain. I have a really high pain threshold, and but when you've got the fatigue, you just, you know, there are days where I just have a shower, get up, have a shower, make myself a cup of tea, and then I'm like, and think that I can do stuff, but as soon as I've had a shower and then a cup of tea, I'm like, actually no, I have to go back to bed. Sorry, but yeah, that's my reality. So I was telling you that Harry is in theme Thursday. I don't know where I told you that, so I don't know. It could have been a Next, it could have been when I got him into this car, into the pushchair. But he is in theme Thursday, which is to do with the cold, the alternative one. So he has on his penguin baby grow, and that has really cute feet, doesn't it, mate? So we show everybody because it is warm in here. So the fatigue, yeah, like I say, that just gets me down so much. And I hate having chronic fatigue, but because I have complex PTSD, this is how we feel it goes. I have complex PTSD because of childhood trauma, and that then gives me chronic fatigue syndrome. So then I developed chronic fatigue syndrome, and from chronic fatigue syndrome I developed fibromyalgia. That's kind of how. And then along with fibromyalgia, then since then I've like had all sorts of things like pneumonia. Well, I've had all sorts. I've always had colds and flu and things like that, and then I got pneumonia a few years ago, and since then I've just been a lot worse health-wise. So yeah, the pneumonia was bad because I was hospitalised for 5 days, so it was not a nice case. You getting up there of pneumonia. Sorry, when I do these coffee and chats, I don't follow a script or anything. I just do. Yep, I just talk, and because I am suffering a bit at the moment, my brain isn't like focused as well. Anyway, so today, why didn't I just go home then after I went to the hospital? Well, I had some things I needed to do, so I just ended up coming to this end of town and doing what I had to do, and thought I'd just go and have a look in Next, because when you feel crappy, you want a bit of retail therapy. I didn't buy anything in Next though, but I did buy some stuff in Boots. So those videos won't be added onto here, they'll be separate, so have a look out for those. I haven't done your water, have I? So the thyroid, I had a hospital appointment for my thyroid last week. And what's that doing in there? And make sure he doesn't fall back. So only bottled water from my best boy. Thyroid. Yeah, so my thyroid levels have been really high, and we've been monitoring those on medication. So they got them down, came off the medication within 3 months, they were back really high again. So back on the medication, and that was before Christmas. And then because they were high, I had operation. I had an appointment on Thursday on Thursday to check them again last week, and I felt so tired in that anyway. And she was asking me how I felt in that, and I was just saying I feel really, really tired. And so she was saying, well, they're not very high then, are they? Because when they're high is when I'm hyper and I don't sleep and I can do everything and I feel great, feel like I have so much energy and I love it. Of course, they don't love it because it's not good for your body to be racing around like that all the time. You know, have a drink. So, yeah, let's give you a drink. Got your bib on, haven't we? We've got the bib on. Got the bib on that Mum likes. You're going to have a go? You're going to hold some? You're going to hold it? Yeah, that's it. Let's try and get you to hold. Good lad. Good boy. That's it. You've got to suck. And it was low. It was so low. It is almost, it's like 0.5 off of the highest level if you have an underactive thyroid. 0.5. So basically it's underactive. Which is no wonder I felt absolutely awful. Awful. And so now they don't know what to do. They don't know. So they took me off of the medication that's to slow down your overactive thyroid. Obviously I can't be on that while it's so low. They can't give me medication to get it to go up because it's 0.5 over the highest level that the underactive thyroid can go to. So it has dropped dramatically since December, when I had a blood test and I had a phone call with her. And I think I talked about this in my last coffee and a chat, because Jackie, one of my viewers, came back and said that she's been having to have every 6 weeks. Well, basically her thyroid is doing the same. So every 6 weeks she's been having to have good boy. She's been having to have a blood test. Well, so now I've got to have a blood test every month for the next 3 months, so we can figure out what's going on with the thyroid. Ugh. And I am a positive person. I am a positive person, but just sometimes you just have had enough. And that's kind of like where I'm at today. And even though I got brilliant news at the hospital, I was so pleased with that news that I still feel like I just want to cry. I just feel like I just want to cry. So to come and go into Next and go into Boots, which are like 2 of my favourite shops. Well, Next is really good for like clothes, but I prefer Boots. I prefer mini club clothes. And I really like the quality and that, so I thought, you know, I'm over this side of town because I had to do something else anyway. And good boy. And so there we go, so there's that as well. And also I had a bit of a change with my counselling, so that always throws me back too. It's only a change of venue, so it's not a change of counsellor. But then that gives a bit of anxiety, because you don't, oh good boy, because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing and where you're going, and you don't know what you're doing and where you're going, do you? Because you just fell down. Sorry about that. I don't know. So I'm just feeling a little bit, and I know that there are so many other people that are feeling a bit rubbish at the moment, that I don't like to harp on about it, because I know that there are a lot of people that are worse off than me. So anyway, that's health-wise. So what else have we been up to then? I don't know if you've seen the video last weekend. So last weekend my husband, so even like driving and that just so tires me out. My husband was like, come on, let's go to the coast. So we don't live very far away from the coast, and so we went on a beach that you can drive onto, and it's okay for dogs all year round. So we went on there, and I took Annabelle as well, because that's another thing this week that's happened, is Annabelle has gone to her artist in America, because Debbie from Bonnie's Babies, you might actually know Debbie's mum better, who is the Bonnie's Babies founder, who is the mum. She's like top rooter, and Debbie is just, you know, the same. She's mother and daughter, and Debbie's daughter also rooted Harry, I think. She's a really good rooter as well. So Annie's gone there because I'm having another Annabelle made. Annabelle is like a mini me therapy doll, so she represents me as a toddler, as a really youngster. Had a lot of things, kind of like I grew up with our mum. That was like the start of it all. Foster care and things like that, very early on, and so Annabelle kind of like represents that for me, and I'm not ready at the moment to lose that. Let me stir and stick. I just got a takeaway cup today. No latte, it's a flat white with skimmed milk, I hope. That's what I asked for, because I have to lose weight. I said that, I think, in the last video, that I knew that's what my thyroid doctor would talk about, Oh, you, my smiler. Yeah, so also Annie, yeah, so I'm getting another Annie made, because one of my anxiety things about Annie is, what if something happened to Debbie? What if something happened to Debbie and I couldn't get another Annie? And Annie's like, I don't know if I told you ever in any of the videos, like where her hair, she loses hair on like one side, and I think it's like, it must be to do with the vinyl, because this is like, she's already been rerouted twice, just in a little section here, and that's where she's lost it. There's only that little bit. And I always hold on to their heads when I take the clothing off. I don't, or I pull it right over the head. I don't like just yank it off, because I'm very conscious of that. So conscious of pulling the hair out. So anyway, yeah, so at the moment and in the foreseeable future, I'm not ready mentally to be without Annie. And because I take her out, because I do a lot of, you know, she basically, she is my therapy tool, and I, you know, and I'm happy to say that to everybody. So she does come out, and that's the reason actually why I even got more reborns, is because I really just wanted Annie and I didn't want any other reborns. And then I got a few more reborns because I didn't want to continually be changing Annie and taking her out. I wanted to like look after her, keep her in good condition. So that's why I got more reborns. First of all was so that I could do that. It took me a long time to find the ones I just wanted to keep in my collection as well. Like, I've had Harry for 3 years. Haven't I, bud? Hey? 3 years? Have I had you? Or is it 2? Are you a 2 or 3? Hey? I don't know. I can't remember. Did I have you before Frankie? I can't remember. Frankie might be 4 and you might be 3. Oh, look, you've still got your milk at the side of your mouth. You have this morning. You have. You still got your milk. So I hope that like kind of like makes sense about Annie. So I had to post Annie off because Debbie obviously wants to make sure she gets the face right, but it's the eyes. She wants to make sure she gets the same eyes, because obviously that makes a big difference. So I'm also without Annie. I'm in a lot of pain. Like while I'm sat here, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm tired. I'm just feeling very sorry for myself. And because I have counselling, that's like memories as well. And usually counselling's okay, but I haven't been for quite a while because of the holiday. We went on holiday and then we had to change the venue, so we've been waiting for a venue. So there we go. And February, I'm not a great lover of the month of February. Anybody else like February? I mean, we are really lucky because we've had some, I live down in the south of England, and we have had some bright days. Like, you know, the last few days have been like quite bright in the day. And I mean, also we've had like the massive full moon. What? Eh? We've had the massive full moon. So that's probably played a part in feelings as well. But yeah, we've had some lovely dry, warm-ish weather. I mean, I haven't had to wrap up. I wear my hat because I usually do have to wear a hat, but we went to the beach and it was just nice. It was windy, but it wasn't like cold. We've had, you know, we had a little bit of snow for like a couple of days and that was it. It's been nicer, and the days are getting longer, and that always helps. That always helps me anyway. I don't know about anybody else, because one of the things with fibro is you can suffer with SAD, seasonal affective disorder. I'm not too bad. That doesn't really affect me too much, which is all good. It's just, I think it's just when there are a lot of things going up together, that's when I start to feel like I can't cope, and so I get a little bit more anxious. And then I get easily stressed because I'm anxious. So, you know, little things can just cause me to like lose the plot really, and, you know, break down. And I know that there are many of you watching this that, one, will feel the same, two, will feel even worse. So you'll be like saying either get on with it, which is what I tell myself every day in the morning. Come on, girl. Come on. You can get up. Come on. And actually, getting up is usually okay. I'm usually actually okay about getting up. I don't usually have a problem with getting up in the morning. I have a problem in the afternoon. So in the afternoon, and this has like been me for years and years and years, even when my grown-up adult children were small, nap time in the afternoon always happened. And now it's about 1 o'clock lunchtime, and I haven't had lunch, so I need something to eat. So that's that. And I wanted to go to the doll show last weekend. I didn't get there, and that's another reason why Grump said to go out to the beach, because I was like fed up because I was feeling so tired that I couldn't even get there. So yada 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 yada. But we're out now. We're out, and we was out all day yesterday because I did a massive shop yesterday. So I hadn't done a big shop since we got back from our holidays and used up all the freezer meals and everything. So that to do. So I started I cook extra. I haven't done like a big day of freezer meals yet. I've just cooked extra. I did cottage pie last night, so I cooked an extra one for the freezer. Doing spag bowl tonight, so I do an extra one for the freezer, won't we? Yeah, we got chicken here in the fridge that Mummy got earlier on, and we're going to cook that tomorrow. So we'll cook that for tea and then add one to the freezer. Yeah. So yeah, I couldn't go to the doll show, and I really wanted to go to the doll show because I missed everybody so much. I missed everybody so much, but that was a 3-hour drive, and obviously the last doll show I was at, I had the car crash, you know, and I rolled my other camper, so that was like a big thing. And I'm still nervous now about driving far. I'm still nervous now about driving faster. I drive a lot slower now, which is not a bad thing. I'm much more cautious and anxious. So I was really wanting to get to Basildon because it's a 3-hour drive away, and well, yeah, about 3.5 hours. And like just to give me that boost, but of course I'm too tired. So that is what's been going on with us, isn't it? Hey, so we've got lots of stuff to do in the nursery. We've got tidying up to do, haven't we? We've got tidying up to do in the nursery. Although hopefully Lizzie's on it right now, you know, little slave that she is, hoovering up and washing up. We left her washing up, didn't we, last night? She was there washing up. Hey, why we got you changed? Don't know if you've seen that on Instagram. I don't even know if you follow us on Instagram, do you? It's Caroline Reborn Night if you want to follow us on Instagram. And I often put up different photos and things that I don't necessarily add into a video that I do for my YouTube channel. Okay, so like for instance, Lizzie was washing up last night. Lizzie's my Ashton Drake doll. She is the nursery cleaner that she put upon herself. I know, it's a doll, you know, just playing with you. And so she does all the hoovering and the cleaning and things. Keeps it spick and span. Hey, you're a good boy, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're a very good boy. Hey, you're a good boy. Yeah. Drooler. You're a old drooler. You are, oh Triller, you dummy. There we go. There we go. You're loving you. You're a little love. Hey? You are. You're a little love. Yes. Yes, you are. Mum's boy. Yeah. So I think that's all I've got to talk about at the moment. I don't think there's anything else. My stepson's coming down next week for the week. He is 16. He's coming for the week next week. That's when he's off school. Next week, I'm hoping to get to the mall shopping. I've been saving some pennies for that because it's Grumpy's birthday. So I want to get up there. Don't have many other plans really. Just a day by day and see how it goes. Because I know that I want to go to the mall. I know I want to go to Cribs. I really know I want to enjoy it. So I'll have to spend a couple of days before that, not really doing much. So I can, you know, have the energy when I get there. Do you know, I can't even think. I really can't. Well, I don't even, what day is it even today? It's Wednesday today, and I'm filming Theme Thursday. So it's Wednesday today, and I'm going to have to put this up tomorrow. See, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know if I've got anything planned for tomorrow. Oh, my middle daughter is coming over on Saturday. She's coming over for lunch. Yeah, that'd be nice. But I'm doing lunch. We were gonna go out, but obviously, yeah, I gotta behave because I'm on this like losing weight thing. So we're gonna have a stew, and I can do that in my super duper machine. I just put it all in, press the button, and it cooks, and then it'll be ready. And it does cook it really well. It's like a slow cooker, but it's like a multi cooker. Oh, my gadgets. So that'll be nice. I don't know if Grumpy said about doing anything. No, he's flying, I think, this weekend, so we won't be doing anything together. I mean, me and Kerry are probably just we'll have lunch, the dogs will play around, and we will probably watch a video or a DVD. Well, not a video anymore, is it? It's a DVD. A film. We'll watch a film. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What are you guys up to? You guys got any plans? Anybody doing anything more exciting than me? I mean, I have my big excitement, haven't I? We've been travelling around North Europe, so I've had a big travel. I've had a big amount of excitement, so I deserve to sit back and rest now after that. What are you doing? You doing anything? Let me know. Share it down in the comments below, because I do answer. I do speak to you. I do answer you. I do love hearing from you. Oh, I also posted out just some little postcards this week to some people. So I hope they make you happy when you get those. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to go now because I really need something to eat. And according to the clock there, I've been talking for half an hour. I've been waffling on, and, you know, I'm going to do a waffle. Oh, I want to say congratulations to Anne, who has got a little boy and a new boy. He is really cute. I hope you do pluck up the courage to take him out. I just want to say to Nana that I'm thinking and praying for you and Papa. And Nancy, also, Nancy, you're in my prayers as well. Nancy suffers with fibro. To all the fellow fibro sufferers out there, man, I feel for you. I need to have a bit more coffee because I'll be driving home in a minute. Coffee's always good, and I'm a bit of a traitor, Nancy, because I've gone to Starbucks, but it's next to these. They do have a Costa, but it's in the town. This is like an outlet area, so they have a Starbucks there. Yeah, to Grace, who was a fellow sufferer of fibro as well. Thinking of you. To people who've got snow in the desert. I never even knew about that. I didn't know you could get snow in the desert. Oh, I'm so dumb. How did I ever manage to be a teacher? And to anybody else at the moment who needs a virtual hug and a little smile, there you go. Reborns are the best therapy ever. Bye.